On today's episode, we are going to be talking about one of the five senses. Can you guess which it is? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are going to be following a different format today, which you will see as we go on. This organ is said to be the gateway to the soul and the reason we can truly appreciate beauty. I think by now you should already know that we are talking about the eyes. And with me today to talk about the eyes is the amazing Dr. Mrs. Chizoba Ogechukwu Ndubisi. She is currently the head optometrist at Benin Medical Care Hospital, Benin. Hello, Dr. Chizoba.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm alright.
Thank you so much for joining us here today.
You're welcome.
Can you say hello to the viewers?
Hi, hello.
Are you ready for our questions today?
Okay, let's roll.
Okay, so now that she has given us the go ahead, let's more that. So we are going to be doing a question and answer format, and we'll ask her some questions and she's ready to answer. Can you briefly tell us about the eyes and its importance to us?
Well, like your introduction states it all, is an important organ for vision. We all know that. Without it, we'll not be able to appreciate things the way they are, whether big, small, or even know that it's colorful, as the case may be. This is an important organ that we need to actually take care of and make sure we don't lose it at any point in our lives.
Thank you so much. What are the common eye problems that you see in your practice?
There are so many of them, but we're going to mention the few that I see most frequently. Number one of it is refractive errors, and it ranges from nearsightedness, farsightedness, presbyopia, astigmatism. They are most common ones we see on daily basis in our practice. There are other ones that we also encounter, like conjunctivitis. We also encounter dry eyes. We also have the most common ones now due to jet age. People use their digital gadgets more often. We have it as computer eye strain. These are lots of common eye issues that we see in the clinic these days.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So what are the best ways to protect eye health and prevent vision loss?
Well, I would say there are several habits, key habits that one has to imbibe to be able to make our vision, good, or even prevent loss of vision. The first one I think we should look at is our lifestyle. There are a lot of us who are, I would just say that I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my life. Before you know it, they go into smoking, drinking, forgetting that all these have a way of affecting their eyes. Sometimes when you tell people, oh, please protect yourself from UVA lights, they'll say, what's there? Sun actually is part of God's creation. How can sun affect my eyes? So I think our habits is the most important. We should try as much as possible to avoid smoking up to the extent that it will start affecting our vision. We should drink responsibly, if I may say, probably social drinking. Maybe if you are going for a function or something, no problem. But making this a daily habit, you must drink every day, has, apart from the eye, it has other health implications. Then also wear some protective glasses just to make sure you don't expose your eyes to enough light that would cause harm at last. Then also our habits in a way of what we eat, maybe food that are proper. Probably I will get to that.
Okay, how often should people get their eyes checked?
Wow, people often ask these questions, and it's actually based on age. For younger ones, there's teens and children, toddlers, they have to check their eyes regularly, probably 6 months, every 6 months. Why? Because they are growing. When development is, spine up, things come out. And the only way you can know whether somebody is developing as the person is supposed to develop, if you don't do checkup, you will not be able to detect them Also, people who are adults, we advise them to do their regular checks 1 to 2 years. Why do we say that? There are some people who wear eyeglasses already for seeing or for better vision, as the case may be. We advise that they go for their reviews every 2 years. So you see, it's within the 1 year and 2 years I initially stated.
Yes.
Also for aged, retiree age, as the case may be,
Yes.
those who are geriatric, in geriatric group, I would think that there should be every year. Why? It's because it will help us to manage age-related diseases. Because it's often known that during this time people develop diabetes, hypertension, cataracts, glaucoma, age macular degeneration, all concerning age. But if you are always coming regularly for us to check, we'll be able to, detect them early and see how to properly manage them or even profile a solution, as the case may be.
Thank you. What are the risks and benefits with contact lenses versus eyeglasses?
People also ask these questions, and to be honest, contact lenses have a wider view range, in the sense that both your peripheral is covered, is on the cornea, so you have wider range to cover, unlike your spectacles that here there's no lenses around that area. But your spectacle gives you coverage from allergens like dust pollens that can easily fly to enter your eyes and all that. But contact lens doesn't give, because it's on your cornea, it doesn't give you much room coverage. And also for UVA protection, it doesn't cover much because it's stipulated on your cornea. But for your spectacles, you can get that coverage from lights and UVA protections. And also, I think with contact lens, you need to be extremely strict with your hygiene, in the sense that you might need to, wash your hands regularly when you want to put them, when you want to remove them. You have to put them in a specific solutions and all that. So you have to be strict with your procedures.
So it's like it's more cumbersome.
Exactly, or like the spectacle, but it gives you this cool vibes. And also when you put them in your eyes, you're not expected to leave them for long, to allow oxygen, because there is a time stipulated that if you wear them for a long time, oxygen will not be able to penetrate, and your cornea needs them. That's just the truth. So, but for a short term use, contact lenses are okay. But when it comes to prolonged use, I think I should go for spectacles, in the sense that I would not need to put a lot of measures, probably hygiene or time frame as to when to remove it and all that. But both of them are still good. Just make sure you can do what is best for you.
Okay, so for lazy people like me, we'll just stick to the spectacles.
All right.
Okay. So what are the health implications of prolonged screen time?
Well, I can say there are a lot of health implications. I'll just mention but few. When you are staying on your gadgets for a very long time, you start experiencing fatigues. That's eye fatigue. You start experiencing constant headaches. Sometimes you experience flashes of light. Sometimes you experience what do you call it, floaters. Sometimes you experience dry eye, and most importantly, the headaches are really, really severe, and it also disrupts our sleeping pattern. Some people tend to, start having sleepless nights because of the phone they have used for a very long time. The discomfort and the dryness makes them difficult to go to sleep. So it's rather disturbing at this point. But there are other measures that one can put in places. There are, like, for example, if you are staying in your gadgets, try to get 20 minutes break. If you have stayed there for maybe 2-3 hours, get a 20 minutes, go stretch, probably relax, get a cup of water and drink, move around. Just make it a 20 minutes break, so that you allow your eyes to be able to blink, allow your nerves to relax before going back to the same computer screen. Another thing one can also do to help, like for those who are in the IT world, like the software developers, which I normally encounter on a daily basis. What I tell them is, when you are in your computer trying to build whatever that is going to help us eventually, so
to save the world.
Exactly. So whatever you are going to build, try as much as possible to take a break after 3 hours, stretch your leg, move around, take water. Then, if possible, let them get a Blu-ray lenses to protect them, and also set their computers or their iPhones to eye comfort. Most phones build them into their phones or tablets, or I'm sure many people might not know about it, but it's inside these gadgets. You can set the contrast of your computer, set it to comfort, bring it down, don't make it so bright, because the more the intensity of the light, the more harm it causes us. So I would advise that they take a break and allow their eyes to blink a little bit to have rest in between.
Okay, I hope we've learned that we should let our eyes rest and blink.
Yes.
What do you wish patients knew about eye health?
Well, I wish them to know a lot of things. I don't know whether it's a good medium to bring it to limelight that most parents are not of the opinion that their children should be checked. Is very important, that you get your children checked, even if they are not showing signs and symptoms of eye issues per se. There are some people I have encountered here, they didn't know they have diabetes, they didn't know that they have hypertension, because they just feel that they are having headaches is normal, and because it's in the forehead, oh, it should be eye. No, it shouldn't be sometimes. So when they come here and we do eye examinations for them, we detect that they have diabetic retinopathy. When I start asking them questions, oh my dear, have you gone to the eye clinic? Have you gone to general practitioner to get yourself checked? Have you done your fasting blood sugar? They will tell you, no. The last time I checked, probably when you ask them, when was the last time you checked? They will tell you something about 2-3 years ago. So indeed, 2-3 years ago, we're talking about things have changed. I have eaten so much. I have laughed
and you have grown older as well.
So we get to detect that, and we help them to follow up proper ways to manage it, thereby going for their lab tests, checking their fasting blood sugar, check their BP. Probably what we also do is ask them to go and see an endocrinologist to further manage it properly. But it helps, because without these people coming for their checks, it doesn't matter the age. Especially for parents, I want to encourage them to allow their children go for checks, because it will help them do well in school. Imagine somebody who is struggling to see, and you say, as a parent, my belief says I shouldn't allow the person wear glasses. How do you think the child will perform? The child might not perform well. Do you understand? But if you give the room for examination, if all things being equal, there is no problem, the child will go to school excelling. If there are problems detected, the earlier the better. You handle it earlier, you can get it fixed. For example, if you detect a glaucoma patient in time, it's easier to manage than when it is in stage 3, stage 4. After how many years the vision is gradually dropping, how do you expect us, the doctors, to perform magic? It's not done that way. So it is something that was going gradually, and by the time you came, a lot has been lost. So how do we recover those that have been lost? But if you come earlier and we discover these things in time, sometimes we even bring them to a minimum stop. What do I mean by a minimum stop? I know some glaucoma patients, especially we have managed, they're taking their drugs. After some years, you see that the pressure is not triggering anymore, it's not going up, it's just where it is. And you finally just give them probably Timolo, just to make sure the eye health is maintained, and it doesn't move from there to worse. So that is a good product. I think if we can do that, we will not have much problem. We'll enjoy our health and our eyes even in old age.
Thank you. So we have learned that early detection is the key. So what are the common myths and misconceptions about eye health?
Like I just mentioned in my earlier explanations, especially parents not believing
In
that.
eye check and regular
So I think
checkups.
one of the maths there should be that. The misconception I would say is some of them believe that most of us, the doctors, might just want to say it because we want them to pay. They might not say, "Are you telling us to wear glasses because you just want the money?"
Yeah, they want
No.
to take our money.
Yeah, so yes, in the sense that yes, we want to take your money, but not to your own detriment. I just want us to have that out there. It is not your own detriment. It is for your own good. If we know that the refractive error one has can be accommodated for, then there is no need you wearing glasses. All right. We'll also advise you, counsel you on the things that you might encounter while managing. There are some people that just wear glasses just for protection from UV. It's not as if they have refractive errors.
Yes.
But we'll tell you that since light disturbs you, you are photophobic, please do this, avoid this. So I think let us have this clear understanding that it is not like that. And also for most of us that are parents, because I am one, so I'll think that we should remove that idea that my children don't need glasses. No, they're too young to wear glasses. Even themselves, they'll say, I've never worn glasses all my life.
Yes.
How come now you say, I should wear glasses? So it's really fun. But the thing is, some of these eye issues are acquired. It's something that develops over time. Where some of us are not born with it. There are some that are hereditary. And most of those illnesses that are hereditary, they might not even manifest. That's just the truth. They might just be there. But because you know how to manage your eye health, it might not resurface. Like there are some people who have in their lineage glaucoma. Let me use that as an example. And you go for your thorough checkup, you eat well, you do things well, all the things that they say you should do to avoid glaucoma resurfacing, because you're at risk of having them. You avoid them totally and you don't have it. This is a pass mark.
Yes.
So the money wasn't spent because doctor wants the body. The money was actually spent so that you could have a better vision.
So it's for your own benefit.
At last.
Thank you, doctor. So
Thank
what
you.
are the warning signs of a potential eye problem?
There are lots of warning signs about eye problems. They can show you different signs, so you just have to watch out very seriously and be very vigilant, because they might show you signs, you might ignore it, and they might not come as severe as you expected. For example, some of the signs are you'll be feeling dryness of the eyes, you could feel flashes of light, you could also feel that headache, maybe frontal headache per se. Some come by the side, this temple side, some front, feeling heavy. Your eyes are feeling so heavy. You can also feel lots of headache. It comes as if like it's migraine. Sometimes even leads to throwing up. You go and see neurologist, they will say there's nothing wrong with your brain, and maybe by that time they'll now say, okay, go and visit an eye doctor and get yourself checked. So some of them could be tearing. You will see some people's eye, they are very red. In some cases, it comes and goes. But don't worry, it will disappear. No, when you see them come and go, please go check and find out what is, because it's not normal for your eyes to turn red and disappear. So in some cases, irritations, you start rubbing. Some people itch a lot. I don't know whether we have observed that, but some people always rub. And sometimes it's very sweet. So by the time they know that it's conjunctivitis that is the cause, they've already itched and probably the eye bags are swollen and the eyelids are and it turns red. And sometimes they feel that if there's sand or stone moving inside, it's not actually sand. So some people say, sand is moving, there's stone in my eye, there's no stone. We have to examine them, give you some medications to relieve all those allergies. So there are a lot of symptoms, but I just want to mention but a few. But once you notice all this, just try as much as possible to book to see one doctor, eye doctor, immediately.
How does diet impact eye health?
When I was explaining earlier on, I said people that have habits of drinking and smoking, it affects your vision, that we should eat right. Now we are here now for the diet proper. So let's look at it this way. There are foods that have nutrients that the eyes needs, especially when we are developing it. Mothers tends to forfeit that area, especially let's start from immunization. They say go for your immunization for your children. Some parents, because most immunization center might not have the vitamin A proper,
Yes.
they will tell you please go and buy, or I don't know, they don't have it. You might just skip it and say it's not important. It's very important.
Yes.
For the eye health of your child. There are some key vitamins that you need, even as an adult. We need vitamin C, we need vitamin E, we need omega-3 fatty acid, we need carotenoid, we need lutein. So we need a lot of them, and we can get them from food as well. Even though we can't buy them raw in the pharmacy, you can still inculcate it in your daily food. For example, eating green leaves, fruits, especially colorful fruits that are rich in all these minerals I talked about, are very good. Some people can make carrot stew and alternate this tomato stew all the time. Just make it carrot stew as well.
Yes.
You can make it once in a month. It's for the whole family. It's not just for the younger ones. Everybody needs carotenoid, so it's not just for a particular age. But yes, children need it more because they are developing. But doesn't mean that once we are now adults we don't need all those minerals. No, we do, because as one is aging, we are of course free radicals. So you need to, as much as you are burning what you have, you need to also replace what you are burning as well. So some should also put their diet into check. Make sure they have a lot of vegetables in their food. Make sure you have carrots in your food. You can steam them with your rice when they are most done. Put them on top of the rice, parboiled rice or all that kind of thing. Just make sure you put them on top. It will be soft, because when you ask, they say it's too hard. It's too hard for my teeth. Who said you must eat carrots when it's too hard? It's not true. You can cut them, put them inside already cooked rice. The steam alone can make it soft. You can enjoy them that way. You just try to make sure that the food has all the minerals that helps the eye to have more nutrients and to be able to serve us better. To be honest, we need our sight more when we are aging, because you can't just imagine when you need to appreciate life the more, when you might not have helps around, when you are almost where we are going and something just comes and knock off the sight. God forbid. It's really painful. And most of the times, adults usually can't bear the loss of vision. You see those people going untimely. So if you have the opportunity now, as I'm advising now, let's take our eye health very serious. Go for your regular checks. Make sure your diet is top notch. It doesn't cost much. You can have your vegetables in your compound. You can have your carrots, probably 200, 300 naira, and eat them. You can still have those nutrients and avoid some complications that come with aging. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chizoba.
Thank you.
So before we let you go, do you have any final words for us?
Well, I will say thank you very much, Doc, for having me, and thanks to my audience, for those that are going to be listening to this small chat that we have had just now. Try to reach out to us for your routine checks. It's very important. Don't look at the money. Don't have this misconception about doctors always after your money. Do not have that in the back of your mind. Always have in the back of your mind that I'm doing this for my own good. I do not want to lose my sight at any point. I want to have a clear sight. In fact, what triggered me to be an eye doctor today is because I had 1 or 2 cases of that in my family, and I took it upon myself to make sure I make a change in my home. And to be honest, I think with the knowledge I have, I've been able to impact to so many lives and still impacting. And I think without your sight, the world would not be beautiful. So make sure the world always look beautiful to you by you going for your regular checks and eating healthy, and also visiting the hospital when necessary, so that we can detect other health related issues, not only sight, because there are some other health issues that affect the sight, especially diabetes. So get it checked and make sure you put it under control. It's very important. And there are some eye issues that don't have cure, especially when it's advanced, like glaucoma. We're always warning people about it. So let's try to make it a routine to check. Love your eyes, in fact. It's in as much as you love yourself. Do not allow your eyes to be left out. Let your eye be the most important part of your body that you take care of, especially for the ladies. You say makeup, your hair, you buy thousands of hair. Make sure you make provisions for your eyes as well. Your eyes is the most important asset. You can lose your hands, you can lose your leg, and you can still function perfectly. But without one eye, the world is looking miserable already. So let's not allow it to be our portion. Let us work hard to make this important organ sit where it's supposed to sit and sit well.
Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure having you here.
Same here.
Thank you for creating time for us from your busy schedule. We really do appreciate. Thank you so much. And thank you, my subscribers, for staying till this time. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and please share so that we can spread awareness about eye health. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.